Hey everyone, Fatty from Pack a Punch Traders here. Gonna make a quick video going over my top plays for tomorrow. Today, let me just dive into today real quick. I didn't make another video lesson. My main play, only play, was Nutx here. Took it as a multi-day bounce. Had a nice little perk at first. Was a fake out. Got stuffed. Couldn't go red-green. Ended up holding through the low a day. That's what I was risking. Had a weak little quick fake, but it came right back. Added some more as it was reclaiming VWAP and looked like it was gonna maybe do something, but instead retreated. But we kind of do have this intraday inverted head and shoulders, so combining that with how far it is off the highs and trying to bottom out here in the eights, high sevens, I think tomorrow we can get a solid play out of this. It was a loss for me today, 117 bucks. I ended up cutting it here at the end. My patience just, it was obvious the play just wasn't working, and it was just a day of it setting up for a potential squeeze later. So I got out late day, and now we're just looking for it again to do the same thing, looking for that high break in the morning for the better odds setup of it continuing higher as the trend is reversing and shorts recognize that. Dip buyers come in, shorts want to start covering their position to lock in profits. That leads to a nice move. There's an example of that with VLON just yesterday. This is what the potential could be, just a really quick move. But yeah, usually according to my data, average around 30% spike. So I typically take my quick 10 to 15% to play it safe. But this is setting up nicely, I think, for a multi-day bounce. And same thing with Evok. This one ended up just failing again today. So, just waiting for that bottoming action. It is a waiting game for this to recognize a momentum shift, looking for that high day break. This one's just way off the highs now. We'll see if we get a reversal soon. Same thing with this, for tomorrow. Maybe, who knows if it's tomorrow. But keep this on watch until you run out of patience or it does finally have the move. Because that is also what happened to me with IMTE today. That thing was kind of annoying. Been watching this one for a little bit, trying to get the bounces here, just never really bounced. Today it had a decent bounce, very choppy, but I think this thing is bottoming out and could potentially be a solid break over previous high, or today's high, 509. It isn't one of my top watches as it is a little bit off the highs. Just waiting for it to get back there. So we'll see how that reacts. But for now, so we got these two multi-day bounces. Same with COSM. We got a nice play here. Got a huge run up from below 1 to the mid to high 2s, as we see here. And now it's just fade. And had a solid red day. And now just looking for that multi-day bounce out of this thing. So 3 plays setting up with the same psychology. We'll see how they set up. I really like COSM. This one's looking really good. Same with NUTX. I like those a little bit more than EVOK for some reason. But, no bias. We're going to go in and see what the charts tell us. Next up, CYN. This thing had an offering, but guess what? Kept holding trend. I know this is blue. I heard this thing is a little bit hard to see. There's the trend line over the past few days. Still holding. Now it's clear that we have 2 days in a row. Hard resistance in the mid 4s. Just going to look for a breakout over the mid 4s. Once that breaks, we'll see if we can get a squeeze right to 5. Still not significant volume, but the trend is still amazing. We'll see if we get a continuation of that. I was looking for a previous high day break today, but with just a fake out. Not significant volume, and it was breaking either. Not that great of a play. But we'll see what that sets up for. Looking good right now for a break over the mid 4s. That's solid resistance right now. It's just the amount of times it's getting there and can't break it. Vivk, we got a solid bottoming action here today out of this thing. Here late day, solid bounce, holding right around 3. Solid support from yesterday here, as we can see. Just looking for, how do I set this up? Multi-day bounce to retest the breakout level. Yeah, that could be something there. Definitely looking really good. Had a huge pre-market play into resistance in the mid 4s. So we'll see if this thing could hold up and retest the mid 4s and ideally break higher. It is a low float. It will be a Friday. Did good volume here. We'll see how this sets up. But I'm liking this for a potential, again, pretty much a bounce play as well. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 bounce plays, 1 breakout. Allg is one that I forgot to type after I posted this on Twitter, but I'll update it in the morning. So that's why I wrote it down so I don't forget. But solid first green day out of this thing here. Next resistance that I'm seeing isn't till the 15s. So if it could hold up, break the mid to high 12s, I think we can get a solid push to the 15 area. And that's kind of the thinking there. So maybe if it holds up over here, it could head higher. But right now in this market, things are not holding up that well. Just got to take your quick gains, buy into dips while it's holding trend near support levels, and sell into rips near resistance levels, because these plays are not lasting long. So yeah, that's my watch list, my top plays for tomorrow. We'll update it on Twitter. It's already posted on Twitter, but I'll update it tomorrow with any gappers and whatnot. But yeah, check us out on Twitter at Pack-a-Punch Traders. Subscribe to our channel here and like this video if this was useful. Check us out on tradecaster.com for low-cost live streams. Besides that, sorry for the late video lesson today. It was a bit busy. Have a great night.